Hello, everybody, and I am back on that Epic Mickey train again. This time I'm doing something that was loosely inspired by the projector travel scenes in Epic Mickey. Now, if you haven't played the game, how do I explain this? I find it tedious and annoying. I don't know why I decided that this was the thing I wanted to try to recreate, but I feel like if I were to actually implement this in my game, I would make it skippable after you've completed it once. So in Epic Mickey, you travel, the way you get around the worlds is by traveling through these projector screens. But in between the projector screens, you're going through this old cartoon, and there's projectiles flying at you, and it's basically a big parkour map. That is more side scroller. There's not a third dimension. It's just up, down, left, right. There's no Z axis. So, and in order to get to either side, you have to travel through this area. There are special unlockables in this area that you can only get in there, and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, that is what this is all inspired by. And like I said, if you played the game, you probably know how annoying those were. And so I would definitely, if you choose to do something like this, after the first time, make it skippable. Like, you can go through and get like the extra coins or whatever there is in there, or you can completely skip it. Up to you. But anyways, let's dive into the video. All right, I would like to preface this that if you have ever tried to create any sort of parkour in RPG Maker, it is a big pain in the frickin' butt. But let's jump in, literally. All right, so I don't know what that. Why is that what I chose? Anyways, ignoring that, here we have my very crappy attempt at parkour. But me. Do you want to? Okay, here, I'll show you what happens when you get hit. Oh no, I got sent back to the top of the map. Let's try that again. Oh no, I got sent back to the top of the map. Let's try that again. God dang it, I missed. I'm really bad at this. Okay. Then that one goes through right here. Oh no, I get sent back to the top of the map. You get the picture. And we come out at a different location, right? And jump back in, and we're at this end now, and then we've got to work our way back. Which at this point, just phew. Oh yay, we're at the other end. And then there we are. For how short of showing you that was, that took way too long to make. So let's start with the simple entrance one. Travel, yep. Gathers followers, has the player jump one onto it, flashes screen, then fades out screen. And sends player to parkour. That does not look about right, but I think it is. And then once on parkour, it jumps you out, and you're here. All right, so the lifeblood of this is this guy's, which literally gather players, jumps you to the correct location, and then gathers followers again. So all of these do the same exact thing with different numbers, jumping you to the different spots. This, believe it or not, are all used and all incredibly important. But I'm going to dive into that monster last, which is the on-screen bullets, basically. But anyways, this just gives you a collectible. That's all that is a quote-unquote collectible. So you may be thinking, okay, why don't you just have this set to event touch? That is because if you want it to continuously be moving on the same route without glitching after it hits the player, you don't want this to control the event, right? So let me just pull up this monstrosity. All right. So, let's dive in. Starting with the simple one, because this can only hit the player in one location, this spot right here. So, that's this guy. Label here, get location info, the region ID of the player, the region ID of pew pew, which is this guy, pew pew. Get the region ID of that, and then wait. And this just continuously runs at all times. This guy is if the pew pew location equals 2 and the player location equals 2, then it sends them back, down, 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 down. And then it goes through it again. Which this event is running constantly. It'll realize that the player is no longer at 2 and it'll just keep going on as normal. This one, if pew pew location equals 3, which is this area right here, then it sends pew pew back there and it starts all over again, right? This one is bang bang. That's this guy, bang bang. I'm great with names. If that ends, it does the same thing. It sends it back here. Now there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places that bang bang can hit the player. Each of these has 1. Okay, this one has 1. But the rest of them has 2 inside. This one has 1. The rest has 2. But this one does the same thing. It's the region ID of bang bang and the player. If they both equal 9, then it sends the player back all this way and down. If equals 7 or equals 6, it does the same thing. And then this one does the same thing. Vibrate. I don't know. Originally, I planned to have these send the player to the same spot, but I ended up changing it and not wanting to combine it into one massive event, so they're all their own events. It makes it run a little smoother for some reason. I couldn't tell you why, but yeah, that is how that functions. And then these guys they just have custom move routes of move left constantly. And it's repeating constantly. I guess I technically could have just one move left in there and it would continuously move until it hits these guys 3 and gets us back to the beginning. Originally, the 5s are here because I was going to have a one that's shooting right here. I just found it got too crowded, so I chose not to. That guy would have had to have worked a little differently because there is such a large area for the player to be hit by the bullet. That just happens to look like an Easter egg because I'm lazy. I like to reuse things. But that case, you would probably want this to be set to event touch and then have this function and just have them go pew, boop, and have, or you could even have them sent back to here and have kind of a Team Rocket moment, and then just as soon as it makes contact with the player, send it back to beginning and have it start all over again. So, okay, let me show you. Let's name this guy Crash, because we like repeating things here. And if it touches the player touches it, can I jump? This becomes the issue. Can I jump the player? This is something I really want the ability to do, but I can't do it. I want to be able to have the player jump for a certain X and Y coordinate, but I can't. I can transfer them there, but I can't have them physically jump across the map. So let's just have the player send them back to the beginning, which is something you could do. The player doesn't have to jump in. If you want to make it simpler, this is what you would do for it. Then you still need this guy for this guy. Those two. crash, crash. If crash, crash. I believe I have that set to 5. And then have it sent back here. Then I need to make one of these for crash, crash. But I just don't need to get the player one. And I need to have this set to crash, crash. Okay. So let me show you what happens when this guy gets interact with. And not what I wanted. This event. Okay. So first we're going to watch it hit the wall. See, it hits the wall and vanishes, right? So let's get over there. Oh, dang it. This actually genuinely has some difficulty to it. So I'm going to immediately get hit with this. So just going to show you what happens. It glitches out, evidently. I know the issue. In order for this to be able to move freely... No, I shouldn't. Should be able to move freely because the player can move freely. Okay. Ignore my mental idea thingy there. I think I was overthinking it. I was not overthinking it. I don't know why I'm happy about that. Okay. So we need to have it set where you don't want to... That's convoluted and stupid. Oh. Let's problem solve here. What to do? Oh, the option is to, realistically, is to do this. And have it so it doesn't interact with this one. And that works, you know, if you want the easy way out. And I currently do want the easy way out because this is just an example and I wouldn't actually have this here in the final game, right? And jump. Jump. Okay. So move down. Oh my goodness. Golly gee whiz. I just can't catch a break here, can I? There we go. Okay. Now, whatever time's a charm, let's try it again. You saw nothing. Absolutely nothing. There we go. Okay, so if this guy hits me, and I get just teleported to the beginning. I personally like this better. I think it's more fun. And it gives you more of a visual sightline of what's actually happening. But, you know, that is about it for this guy. Yeah, it was, you may have noticed there's a slight lag in it. That's just because I'm recording. It works perfectly fine when you're not recording. But yeah, that is, goodness, I am so sorry. That is about it for this guy. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!